Welcome again to another session in this series. We are going to be looking at nested for loop and how we can unpack values inside a for loop. Look at this list here. The elements of this list are lists themselves. So if I want to loop over them, I can say for lists in next print lists. And you can see that each element has been taken out of the whole list. But if I want an individual element of each of these lists, and I don't want them to be inside a list like this, what should I do? That is where we can apply another method. Since each of these elements here contains 5 individual elements inside them, then you can do something like for A, B, C, D, E. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 representing each of the elements here. So if I print A, B, C, D, and E, you can see that it has printed each element out without putting them in a list. And I can go on and say, okay, I want only the first element of each of this list, and I'll just print A. And you can see, if I say, okay, I want the first and the last element, I can do something like this. So assuming I want to put the first element inside another list, I can open an empty list here and append to it. I believe we all know how to do that by now. So this is how we can unpack inside a for loop. But before I go, let me show you something. Assuming we have 4 elements here, and I run this, just the first 3 elements. We have the first 3 elements. What if I come here and say D and E? So if you notice well, okay, I've not run it. Let me run it again. So I think let me go back. So now we have only 4 elements here. We have 5 here. We have 5 here. So let me run A, B, and C. You can see we are having an issue. Why? It's not enough values to unpack. Expected 5, got 4. So the goal is that if the element of each of the iterable inside an iterable does not contain the same number of elements, unpacking will be difficult. So if I change this now to 5, you can see now it is working. So this is something you should be aware of, and if you do not like to use it by yourself, you will see some of these principles used in some other syntax we are going to be encountering. You should be aware of them and know how it works. Now let us look at nested for loop.